Good morning, everyone. I am Vishnu Raktab, and in front of all of you, I am presenting the Hindustan Times newspaper headline. So, first of all, MPCB's warning on pollution unheeded. Next, AQI recorded at 9 locations across the city. Next, terror funds in focus has NSA meets Central Asian Security Advisor. Next, Mehta family tell UK court they are willing to submit to Indian court. Next, brave Morocco enter quarter-final has Spain flop in penalties. Next, Indonesia passes law to make extramaritials punishable. Next, China is its zero COVID policy, but protests continue has curbs still in place across 53 cities. Then next on page number 4 in that what do corporate results tells us about the economy. Next on page number 5 in that fight with Karnataka unity is Maharashtra politician enemies. Next, World Bank rises India's financial 23 growth forecast to 6.9%. Next, now BMC run centers run out of Corbevex. Next, government opposition talk ahead winter season today. Next, no clarity on gangster Barar whereabouts. Next, curbing black money can be grounds for note ban, says SC. On page number 6 in that Agnihotri tender apologizes to Delhi High Court. Next, rupee falls 76 paisa to close at $82.61. Next, Salman Rushdie reveals has excerpt from his new novel. Next, ex-Union Minister YK Alag no more. Next, TMC Saket Gohale detained over Twitter. Next, ban on sex outside marriage in new Indonesian law. Next, renewable energy likely to surpass coal by 25. Then on page number 7 in that MPCB's last warning on air pollution plit unheeded. Next, persistence poor air quality now curtails helicopters movement. Next, next High Court issues contempt notices against collector Tehsildar. Next, two employees of gold merchant steel jeweler worth rupees 1.4 crore. Then on page number 8 in that site engineer booked after to die while cleaning swear. Next, bodies turned up in Kurlas goes to town. Next, awaiting repairs rusty BMC park in Mankurd poses threat to kids. Next, boy kidnapped from railway station rescued in 12 hours. Next, cop seeks handcuffs for Palande, fearing he will flee. Next, many Ambedkaris bat for Shiv Shakti, Bhim Shakti. Next, man held in 5-year-old rupees 21.32 crore bank scam. Then on page number 9, in that scuffle over loud music leads to death of 70-year-old. Next, BMC run centers run out of Corbevax, 2 lakh await second jab. Next, doubts over veracity of will produced. Next, cab driver uses to toy gun to rob jewelry held. Next, government employees accept a brief of rupees 1 lakh held. Next, now comic book for kids on volunteerism. Then on page number 10 in that willing to submit to Indian courts, Mehta's tell UK court. Next, truck driver fight of 3 robbers on WEH NAPES 1. Next, High Court declares a dysographia candidate eligible for university veterinary course. Next, police arrest two who duped job aspirant of rupees 26.35 lakh. On page number 11, there in that emerging economies join forces to chart G20 agenda. Next, must focus on global peace to help smaller countries. Next, charges framed against Ashish Mishra, 12 others. Next, Assam man assaulted, tortured over intercaste relationship to arrested. Then on page number 12, in that black money can be ground for note ban. Next, Home Security reviews security in Kashmir. Next, TMC leader held over Morbi Bridge tweet. Next, after CM meeting stare against port called off. Next, confusion remains on Goldie Barar detention. Next, opposition seek to bring women's reservation bill back into focus. Supreme Court something troubling in press nod to Jallinkottu and animal races. Next, Home Security reviews security in Kashmir. Next, financing is lifeblood of terror. NSA at Central Asia meeting. Next, opposition seeks to bring women's reservation bill back onto focus. Next, plottry aid Iraq's rain-affected farmers. Government denies claim. Next, women held for acid attack onto over relationship. Next, MLA's poaching case. Court chunks pleased to name BJP leader as accuses. Next, High Court allows absorption at 33 weeks, says her choice. Then on page number 13, in that Meghalaya High Court questions policy bearing professors from politics. Then next on page number 14, it's an article section in that in parliament ensure debate. Next, remain alert on the new temple disputes. The next big step in India's digital story. Next, for India's G20 presidency, 3 priorities, 5 pillars. Next, India is paving the way of truly accessible elections. Then on page number 15, in that Moscow agrees on need for peace but no talks for now. Next, may remove news from FB in US Meta. Next, would not back patent waivers for test and treatment. US. Next, morning Zamin ex-president HU Jintao appears in public for first time since Congress exit. Next, Pakistan EC moves to out Imran Khan as party chairman. Next, US House delays passage of same-sex marriage bill. Next, Rushdie gives world sneak peek into his latest book. Next, millets good for consumer. Modi. Next on page number 16, in that World Bank upgrades India's GDP forecast to 6.9%. Next, Google told to drop ads for beating firms. Next, cabin crews files pleas to liquidate Jet Airways assets. Next, Bangladesh Japan seeks to tap PM Gati Shakti master plan. Next, Truecaller launches digital government directory in India. Next, JSW Steel flags issue in price discovery process. Then on page number 17, in that numero bono for Morocco. Next, nobody can stop Mbappe, says 98 Cup winner Pierce. Next, Luka Modric is the genius who is not afraid to do the dirty work. Next, fighting fatigue. Next, ETO filmed in uh, altercation outside World Cup game. Next, air conditioned marathon possible. Next, German director Beroff resigns after after Cup debacle. Then on page number 18, in that the beautiful game Samba style. Next, power transferred after adverse report from capital Herman. Next, Mumbai under 25 loss to MP in quarters. Next, Harris Shield Bangira Barkmuk score 50s in semis. Then on page number, that much for today. Thanks for watching. Make a good day.